Luai Ahmed just got back from his trip to Israel, and this is what he had to say.
I just got back from Israel, and my life will never be the same. I thought that I was going to be met with pure racism, and then came to see that half of Israelis look just like me.
It's not a coincidence that we look alike. We are literally cousins. We have lived together, side by side, for thousands of years. Luai just got back, and if you don't believe me still, you can go see for yourself too.
I thought I was going to be treated as a terrorist, but I was met with kindness and hospitality. I thought that I was going to experience apartheid, but I saw people from different backgrounds coexisting in peace together.
Prior to the 7th of October, Luai was not hateful of Israel. In fact, he supported them. So then you might ask yourself, why would he go and visit Israel if he supported them in the first place?
I thought that I was going to see hatred towards Muslims, but I saw dozens of Muslims who love Israel and are proud of their country. I thought that I was going to meet angry Jews who hate all the goys and want to manipulate them.
His whole life, he was programmed to think that all he was going to see was hatred towards Muslims. Luai said recently, just because I am an Arab, it does not mean that Jews should become less important to me. Just because my name is Ahmed does not mean that I should be celebrating Jewish blood spilled in Israel. Just because I am an Arab, it does not mean I am to support Arabian warfare unconditionally. Just because I am an Arab, it does not mean that I cannot choose love and peace over hate and bloodshed. Just because my name is Ahmed, it does not mean that my mind should be programmed to think that Jews are crooks and Muslims are saints.
But I was met by a kind people who are struck by grief and terror. Every street that I visited in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem has a story of a terror attack. In every cafe that I sat, I was told a Jew was stabbed outside here. A shooting happened on the other side of this street a few months ago.
One of the words that has come up a few times already is terror. Luai has identified the core ingredient and differentiator of this entire conversation and conflict. It's the fact that terrorism is the ultimate reason that Israelis are struck by grief and have been since its existence.
I have been excommunicated by close-minded friends and family members. But you know what? It was worth it, because I got to see Israel and experience the truth about Israel for myself. I wish that my friends and family members would also visit Israel and see the beauty of the country.
This call to action by Luai for his family and friends to go visit is beyond brave. He now knows the feeling and his personal response after being there in person, talking with Israelis and seeing the devastation and aftermath of what took place on the 7th of October.
I was able to swiftly visit Israel because of my Swedish passport. I won't deny my privileges. But I also have the elusive privilege of humanizing Israelis and Arabs.
Imagine how many other people would have the elusive privilege of humanizing Israelis and Arabs if they visited themselves.
I had the greatest privilege of meeting and seeing and talking to Israelis, who I have learned to hate my entire life, and I am so happy to have cleansed that hatred out of my soul. I wish that the Muslim and Arab community could do the same. Nothing good can come out of hatred, violence, or terrorism. And now, having been in Israel, I cannot stress enough how much it saddens me to know that my culture and my people learned to hate this country and these people.
Even with the immense amount of hatred that he learned to carry with him, his bravery allowed him to have human-to-human interactions, and that hatred is ultimately gone. When hate is the key driver in a conflict, that conflict has absolutely no possible resolution. He recognizes that what we have seen unfold stems from deep-rooted hatred against the very same people that he just spent time with in person, to understand that there is no justifiable reason to hate Israelis. Luai took the effort and did his own investigative work. Just him going to Israel led him to being blown away by how misinformed he was. And his call to action is a powerful takeaway for those fueled by hatred and blindfolded by ignorance. But guess what? You can take the blindfold off too.